Hey everyone, Jordan Budd here with Rokslide, and I just got in the mail the new Crispi Colorado boots. It is the very end of January, and they aren't actually available for sale yet. I just got some to do a review for a Rokslide article, and I gotta say, Kendall really hooked me up with these because they were all out of size 9s for their like promotional boots, and he was gonna pull a pair from what they were going to take to the shows, and then they decided not to do that, and he actually had Italy make this pair of boots for me just so I could test them. So I certainly don't think I'm special in any way, but I do think that one thing when you're going with Crispi, like that's kind of support and service that you're going to get is things like that and kind of going the extra mile. So that says a lot about Crispi and Black Ovis and Camo Fire as well. So that's a pretty cool thing. So I just got these boots literally like an hour ago. I just got home and I've just kind of been messing with them. I put them on and was walking around the house a little bit. They are a 4 flex, and as you can see, I mean, they're pretty stiff. I have the Crispi Thors right here, and then the Briksdals, the regular Briksdals, not the stiff flex, that I'm going to kind of do a little slight comparison on as far as what I felt in my feet. And then I have the Wyomings just as for a 3 flex, just because I had it. I just wanted to go through these real quick, but thought it'd be a cool kind of initial review on the new Colorados from Crispi. I picked up the Thors last year because I kind of wanted a lighter weight boot but still have that stiff flex, and I liked them for the most part. I like the lacing system I like the lacing system on the Colorados better than the Thors. And right now, I think they're going to be the same flex-wise. They are both a 4 flex, but the Briksdal is also a 4 flex, but it is stiffer than either of these two boots, in my opinion. I think that right now the Colorado is just a little bit stiffer than the Thors, just a tiny, tiny bit. But I think that could be because I haven't really broken them in yet. Width-wise, I think that these are a little bit more narrow than the Thors. That also might be because they aren't really broke in, but there is a little noticeable difference there, a little bit more narrow, which I like. I thought the Thors kind of got a little roomy after a while when I broke them in. And then the Briksdals are the most narrow out of the 3 that I have for a 4 flex, and then this is definitely the widest boot. This is the Wyoming. A couple of things that really drew me to the Colorado were they seem to combine quite a few features into one boot that I liked about the rest of them. About the Thors, I liked the size, I liked the weight, I liked how it was a 4 flex, but it's still a lightweight boot. But it doesn't have the ankle support system in it. And then, like I said before, it was just a little bit roomy, kind of towards the toe box for me, especially when I got it broken in. I just couldn't quite keep that tight, and I think that a little bit of that could have been from the lacing system, but I know a lot of people that are using the Thors and they get along really well with them, but this is just for my feet anyways. And then the Briksdals, I liked how they were a little more narrow, and then I liked how they had the ankle support system. But with the Briksdals, they have 200 grams insulation, for during the summer, I mean, they breathe well, but during the summer it's just a little bit more boot than I need for scouting and things like that. So they kind of combine some of those things. If you really like the fit of the Summit boots, I haven't worn those boots hunting, but I've tried them on at the shows, and I liked the fit of those boots. They were just a 3 flex, and that's just not quite enough flex for me personally. I kind of had an ankle issue, and for whatever reason, I just get along better with a little bit more stiff boots. But I really like the lacings on this. They're really similar to the lacings that are on the Briksdals, and they just have a locking eyelet back here that seems to lock really well. That's basically the first thing I tried. Seems to lock my foot in really well, and then your additional laces on top. But I have some really high hopes for this boot. I'm going to put it through the paces, doing some basic Nebraska stuff, which isn't too crazy in terrain, but then I think we're also going to go to Idaho on a bear hunt. So I've tried enough of the Crispi boots that I think that this is going to be my favorite. Right now, my My favorite is the Briksdal, just for the fit and the features, and I like that little bit of insulation for those October hunts. But I think that this is really going to take it over for me in the early season. So check them out. They're going to be coming out a little bit later this spring, but as soon as if you can, go stop by a Crispi booth at the shows and try them on, because I think they're going to be a really solid boot.